all? Are you all doing good? Dear children, today I am very glad to welcome you all back for our online computer class. And in last class we have learned about introduction to charts, isn't it? Dear children, do you remember which chapter are we learning now? Okay, so we are learning third chapter, and topic of the chapter is creating charts in Excel 2013, isn't it? Okay, so now dear children, please take your computer textbook and turn to page number 48. Okay, turn to page number 48. Okay, so this chapter we have learned introduction to charts last week, and today we are going to learn types of chart. Okay, so what are the different types of charts that you can find in Excel worksheet that we are going to learn today? Okay, dear children, so now, so this is your page number 48. Okay, so we are going to learn types of chart today. So now dear children, for learning what are the different types of chart, first let me explain you what are the different kinds of charts available in your Excel 2013, and then we can see how to create them. Creating the chart is next. After I complete the explanation, I'll explain you how to create it. Okay, first let me explain you. Let me tell you what are the different kinds of charts available. Okay, so first of all, the first kind of chart is line chart. Okay, so can you see this figure 3.4? So this is how a line chart will look like. Okay, so I'll show you how to create line chart, but creating charts you have separate topic for creating charts. In that I'll give you detailed explanation of how to create charts. But in this topic, in order to show you practically, I'll create it faster. Okay, just have an overview of chart in Excel worksheet. Okay, so look here dear children, in figure 3.3 you can see this is a part of Excel worksheet. Okay, so they have created a table for toy sales. Okay, so 4 different types of toys they have mentioned: puzzles, cars, trucks and dolls. And they are going to compare their sales in year 1 and year 2. So they are going to create a chart for this. They have created in figure 3.4, this line chart is created using this table. Okay, so I have created the same table for you for your easy understanding. Okay, look here dear children, can you able to see? I think let me make it little bigger so that it will be clearly visible to everyone. Okay dear children. Okay, now can you able to see this table toy sales, and the same chart that is available, same table that is available in your textbook I have copied here. Okay, so for this, if you want to create a chart, so first of all we have seen line chart, isn't it? So I'll show you how the line chart will look like for this. Okay, see, listen here children, this is a line chart. Using this table I have created this. This is the same chart that you can see in your textbook. Can you able to see in your textbook? Yeah, see, in this chart you can see this is x-axis, and this side, this numbers, the numbers are y-axis. Okay, and last week we have learned what are the parts available in a chart, isn't it? X-axis, y-axis, and in a 3D chart you can see one more axis, z-axis, isn't it? X, y and z, and you have seen walls, floor in a 3D chart as well, isn't it? So now this is just a 2D chart. Okay, so you have only 2 axes, one is x-axis, another one is y-axis. Okay, so I told you this is value axis, and this one is Okay dear children, now so this is how a line chart would look like. Okay, so now we understand. Now I don't explain you how to create it, I just am showing you how it looks like. Okay, because you have a separate topic for creating charts. In that topic I'll explain you how to create it. I'll give you step by step explanation. So now just look how a line chart would look like. Okay, so now next chart. Okay, so now and one more thing dear children, the purpose of this line chart is for analyzing trends. Okay, so take your pencil and underline this word. Okay, compares trends in data. Okay, you can underline this word. So a line chart is used to compare trends in data. You know what is the meaning of trends dear children? Okay, trends means gradual increment or decrement in any process. Okay, for example, in this chart, if they are going to compare year 1 and year 2 toy sales, they are going to see how it gradually decreases and gradually increases from here. Okay, so the gradual increment and decrement can be analyzed, okay, using this line chart. Okay, that is the purpose of line chart. Okay, and then next to line chart you have column chart. So while explaining about the types of chart, I have told you about column chart, isn't it? I have shown you column chart. Now so look at this. This is a column chart and the same table, this table. Okay, the same table is used for the creation of this chart as well. Okay, so this in this chart you cannot see the gradual increment or decrement. Only the peak point is important here. For example, for analyzing sales of toys in year 1 and year 2, if the end result alone, okay, at the end of the second year or end of the first year, what was the sales of toys? Okay, if that end results alone is needed and gradual increment, that means the trends are not important, then in that case you can use a column chart. Okay dear children, see, only the end result will be visible here. See, 350. So blue color indicates sales in first year and this maroon color indicates sales in second year. So the end result is visible. So the first year it is 350 and the second year it is above 350, between 350 and 400. Okay, so this is how your column chart looks like. Okay dear children. And the next type of chart is 3D stacked column chart. Okay, so it is used to show relationship between parts and the whole. Now take your pencil and underline this dear children. Relationship between parts and the whole. Okay, underline this. So whatever I ask you to underline, you need to underline it at once. Okay, these underlined words you need to study for the exam. In exams these may be asked as 1 word or 2 mark questions as also. Okay, this will be like own questions from within the text. If I ask, I'll be asking from this. So whenever I ask you to underline, don't be lazy. Okay, so you need to underline it. Okay children, now the next chart is under the heading under the heading 3D stacked column chart. The first topic is bar chart. Okay, this is used for comparing individual items. Okay, for comparing one items, particular one items. For example, look here. Look at this 3D stacked column chart. Can you able to see? Whereas in the previous case, in 2D case, you can able to see 2 different bars, isn't it? Here you can see only 1 bar and within that bar 2 different shades, isn't it? This blue color indicates sales in 1 year and the maroon or orange color you can see, isn't it? That dark orange indicates sales in second year, isn't it? So this type of creating chart is used for comparing individual items. Okay, so if puzzles Okay, dear children, listen. This 3D stacked column chart. This is a 3D stacked column chart for comparing the for analyzing the relationship between the parts. Okay, listen. Puzzles. So here for year 1 and year 2, what is the relationship you can able to analyze from this chart? Whereas this bar chart is also used for comparing individual items. Look here, dolls. Doll is an item, one item, and truck is another, and car is another item, and puzzle is another item, isn't it? So dolls, this particular item is compared here. Okay, and this truck, and you can also see that this bar chart is just a diagram drawn sideways of the column chart. This is looking similar to column chart, isn't it? Column chart will be drawn from x-axis to y-axis, whereas this bar chart is drawn from y-axis, isn't it? It arises from y-axis. So that is the difference between column chart and bar chart. Okay, dear children. So next type of chart is scatter chart. Okay, so this scatter chart is used, it will be looking like a graph marked with marker. Okay, so take your pencil and understand and underline this, to your children. Data point with a marker. Okay, underline this. Plots each data point with a marker. Okay, so now it is looking like a chart in which a marker is used to mark each point, isn't it? So it is looking like that. So this is how a scatter chart will look like. And you can able to see one more thing, that in both x and y axis you can able to see only values, only that numerical values. Okay, so unlike other charts, okay, in other charts you can able to see here one if in x-axis you can see values, in y-axis you can see the categories, and if in x-axis you see categories, in y-axis you will be seeing values. This is how other charts would look like, whereas the scatter chart, in the scatter chart both x and y axis consists of numerical values, so that if you want to compare numerical values, datas of numerical values, you can use the scatter chart. So what kind of example you can take? You can take example like comparison between height and weight. Height is also mentioned in number, isn't it? And weight is also mentioned in number. So for these comparisons you can use scatter chart. Similarly, price and sales, for that comparison also you can use scatter chart. Okay, this is how scatter charts are used. Then next type of chart is pie chart. Okay, so pie chart and donut chart, okay, both charts would look similar, but there is a small difference. In pie chart you can able to analyze only single data series. For example, so in previous charts you have seen 2 year, isn't it? Year 1 and year 2. In both year, what was the sales of toys? You are comparing two data series, year 1 and year 2. Whereas in pie chart you can compare only one data series. Okay, so either you can analyze year 1 toy sales, or else you can analyze year 2 toy sales. Either one of the data series alone can be used. Okay, look here, dear children. Now look at this figure 3.9. This is a pie chart, and here only year 1 toy sales is compared. Okay, you can compare how much the sales has increased and decreased among the toys in 1 year. Okay, so you can also compare the toy sales in year 2. That is, for that you should create another pie chart. Okay, so you cannot use two data series in one pie chart. Okay, that is the condition in pie chart. Whereas in donut chart, you can see here you can compare two data series. See, this first circle mentions year 1, whereas the second circle is year 2. Okay, so you can data series. Okay dear children, so this is the difference between pie chart and donut chart. Okay, now the next type of chart is area chart. Okay, so from the name itself you can able to identify that it is used uh, for identifying the area. Okay, so when you compare two different data series, okay, like year 1 and year 2, you want to analyze the toy sales, it will cover the area, the entire area. The chart will cover the entire area with some kind of colors. Okay, and will tell you how much the toy sales has been increased or decreased. Okay, so using the area covered, you can able to analyze the toy sales. Okay, so in area chart, area is covered. Okay, areas will be shaded using different colors. Okay, so this is how a area chart will look like. Okay, and you if you want, you can not if you want, you take your pencil and underline this. So why this area chart is used to emphasize the magnitude of data over time. Okay, so magnitude of data. Okay, so magnitude of data will be analyzed using area chart. Okay dear children, then the next type of chart is radar chart. Okay, so do you anywhere heard this word radar? Where will you see this radar? Yes, if you have the habit of listening to or watching military movies or gathering information about Air Force, you should have heard this word radar. Usually in Air Force, this chart is used. Okay, so when a pilot is driving Air Force, in Air Force, when a pilot is driving the flight, he will use only this radar chart for identifying the proper location, where to land and where to take off. For everything, this radar chart will be used. Okay, so but radar chart looks very different from other chart. Look at this dear children, in figure 3.12, this is a radar chart. And you can see numbers that will be starting from the middle, and you can see the areas are plotted in a circular format. Okay, so the values are plotted from the center of the circle and above, and the 0 means the entire circle that connects the 0 will have the value 0, and the 100, you can see 100, the value 100. So the entire circle that touches this value 100 will have the value 100. Okay, so if you want to compare the toy sales like puzzles, dolls, tracks and everything in year 1 and year 2, so using these values you can able to create radar chart. Okay, so if example, if the blue mark sales of year 1 is in blue mark, and all the values that it touches denotes the value that is in the middle. Okay, so this radar chart is quite a high standard of chart. Okay, so when you go to your higher classes like a 10th or 12th, there you will learn about this radar chart. Okay, just for understanding about types of chart, you need to know this kind of chart is also available, isn't it? That is why they have mentioned here radar chart. So this is how a radar chart looks like. Okay, and the last kind of chart is 3D surface chart. Dear children, this you have seen, isn't it? 3D surface chart. When we learn the introduction to charts, I have shown you this 3D surface chart, isn't it? In this we have walls and floor, isn't it? So these both are walls and the bottom base part is floor. Okay, so this we have seen before. And this chart is used especially in topographic map. You know what is topographic map? Have you seen topographic map of India? So in map of India, there is a map called topographic map, in which you can see the river flowing. It will be looking just like a 3D image. Okay, so that if you check in net, you can easily see in website. Okay, in Google, if you type So topographic map of India, if you type in Google and see, you can able to see topographic map. For topographic map, this 3D surface chart is useful. Okay dear children, so these are the different types of chart. Okay, I hope today you understand what are the different types of chart and how these charts are useful in real life. Okay, so in the next class we'll learn how to create chart. Okay, I'll give you step by step explanation in the next class. Okay dear children, so now in the beginning I have told you how to create chart, isn't it? See, using this Excel worksheet I have shown you to create a table, and also I have shown you how this chart would look like, isn't it? So you don't want to practice this time because I did not give you step by step explanation, isn't it? So I want you, all of you, to read whatever I have taught today. Okay, so that is what the practice work for today. That is the practice work. Okay, so today learn again whatever I have taught you today. Go through your book, read line by line, and if you get any doubt in that, you can ask me. Okay dear children. Okay, so read from page number 48 to 51. Okay, so if it is possible you can practice them, if not it is not needed. And I'll give you Phillips and choose. Okay, that I'll be posting in the WhatsApp group. You just download it and you should fill that in your textbook. Okay dear children. Okay, thank you, have a great day.